You see, when we say drug, it's not the type of drug you think of. When we want to define drug, anything you take that will destabilize your system is called drugs. It's not like paracetamol. No, we don't refer to that. Drug is a very harmful problem. Let me give you some classification of some of them. We have the one that concerns us mostly here, the cannabis sativa. Some people call Igbo, some people call wheat. That's one. The primary methamphetamine, ice. Some people could, because it looks like a sugar. That one is more dangerous here in Enugu. We have so many of these labs scattered all over Southeast here, and that's where they produce them locally, the primary. And that's why most of these people abuse them. They abuse them like nothing. We have been arresting so many of these kind of people. We have seized about 13 vehicles, 4 motorcycles, carrying this kind of assorted drugs. Yet they are not deterred. We have prosecuted from my coming here in the end of May last year to date. We have prosecuted about 150 people. They have been convicted. And we have over 100 of them pending. This year alone, we have filed more than 100 cases, newly cases. People are not ready to change. We have seized 13 vehicles. 13 vehicles carry these drugs. One of the vehicle was carrying 44 million naira worth of meth. It was coming from Anambra to Enugu here. In Enugu here, the youths, close to 400,000 youths abuse drug. Close to 400,000 abuse drug. It's becoming alarming. This Enugu is like a gateway. Most of these drugs, especially those ones that we have arrested with the vehicles, are going to cross rivers, going to Akwa Ibom, where there's a border between Nigeria and Cameroon. They cross from Nigeria to Cameroon, where the money is. They buy something of 20,000, they may sell it about 100,000 naira there, across the border. So it's like Enugu is a place where this drug is rampant. Every young man abuses this drug. Every young man wants to sell the drug. It's becoming a very big problem for us. We have been going out to preach. Do you know that worldwide, according to United Nations 2018 survey, 15 to 64 years old abuse different sorts of drugs. 14% of them. More than 14% of people 15 to 64 years in Nigeria. 14.4 million Nigerians. And they are even saying that it will become a problem. It may even reach close to 20, to more than close to 20 million by year 2030 because of the way people abuse drugs. It's becoming alarming. You begin to ask questions. What is the problem? What made people to be abusing this drug? Because the way it is now, it shows that so many factors made people to be abusing the drug. One of them is that peer pressure. You want to belong. You are in a secondary school. You are in the university. You want to belong to this club, you must take drugs like us. You want to be here, you must be this. People now, innocent people who come to university without any thinking about any drug. But mixing with this kind of bad eggs, they start abusing. I don't know if you can still remember what we call NFS in universities. Was this. Then they were in the university, they dropped out, and then they started peddling drugs within the campus. We have been arresting so many of them in the campuses here. You have dropped out, you are not trying to spoil other kids. And then some of the court people too, they will force you to become a court member like them. And by the time they now give you this kind of concoction, you are not yourself again. So it's becoming another thing. Do you know that out of every 4 people that abuse drugs in Nigeria, 1 is a woman? 4 people, 1 is a woman. Out of 5 people that abuse drugs in Nigeria, 1 uses syringe to inject, and another one is another dangerous one. If I inject myself, give you the syringe to inject yourself, I don't know the disease that you have. There's tendency that you may even contact my kind of disease. And out of 7 Nigerians, 1 abuse drugs. That is, I said, I'm not the one that created it. That is what the United Nations said. So we are always afraid. But let us just give a caveat to Enugu here, just like I told you, close to 400,000 youths. If you go to our offices in Enugu, we have area commands. We have 5 area commands here. They are always having issues of going to schools, to communities, to churches, preaching that people should not go into this drug. It is a danger. If you start it, you may not end up well. And if you think you can end up well, so be it. Maybe you may be lucky, but it's a matter of time. So we have been carrying the gospel around the state, around the state here. Can you imagine, from my resumption last year to date, we have visited about 200 different places, motor parks, churches, schools, different places, especially schools. We have a MOU with the Commissioner of Education, who now gave us from 1 o'clock to 1 hour daily in any of the schools we wanted to go and visit. And we have been doing that. Over 200 of these kind of outings. And more than 300,000 people has benefited from that. Apart from that one too, they will have online that if you are abusing this drug and you want to get out of it, you can quietly go and call the line.
Okay, but before we get to that, in terms of this trafficking, now you've mentioned about the users, but what about the trafficking networks? How sophisticated would you say that drug dealers, operating in Enugu have become? What are we dealing with exactly?
Yeah, you are right. They are more than sophisticated. Sophisticated in the sense that you know how they do the business, especially this cocaine, heroin, and all these class A drugs. It's something that you just put inside your pocket